ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ welcome back to the next episode. In this episode we'll be covering the 22nd Charitr, which is a continuation of Anoop Kaur's story. It's shorter than the previous Charitr, which was very long. It had 60 stanzas, the previous Charitr, and this one in particular only has 9, but it is a continuation of that story, but it's focusing on just one certain aspect of the story, when the King of Anandpur Sahib is running away, and what Charitr they play in get away safely. So as you've heard before in the last episode, we ended off by saying this pankti here: Sunat chor ke bach sravan adik dariyo nar nahe pani pamari ताज भजियो सुध न रही मन माहे. So the Raja of Anandpur Sahib, they left behind two things. They left behind their shoes, punni pamari meaning their loi, a shawl, some sort of like, a shawl that someone uses to carry, to cover themselves. So they left behind a shawl and their shoes in that execution and running away, right? So we're picking up from there. दोहरा सुनत चोर के बच श्रवण उठ्यो राय डर तार पज्यो जाय डर पाए मन pani pamri dar. So just a continuation, just to repeat Guru Sahib saying from the previous Charitr, that when Guruji or the King of Anandpur Sahib, right, because we talked about this before, that Guruji's entering the arena, they're entering this play of the Charitras, putting themselves as a character, so when Sunat means to listen, Chor meaning the being accused of being a robber, right? Ke bach Sravan means ears. When Guruji heard that she's accusing me of being a robber, right? She's proclaiming that a robber is stealing me. Anoop Kaur is proclaiming, right? Because this is her last tactic now, right? So she's telling the whole world or the people in the Gawand or in the neighborhood that I've been robbed. The robber is here. When Guruji or the King of Anandpur Sahib heard this, Uthyo Rai Dar Tar. Rai means king. Uthyo means got up. Dar means fear. Tar, they got up from her house. They stood up in fear. Pajyo jai dar pai man, and then they ran. Pajyo means to run, with fear in their minds. Pani pamari dar, and they left behind their shoes and their shawl, right? They left behind these things with fear in their minds, that if people were to come, I would be framed for something that I never did, right? I will be falsely accused for something that I never did, right? And at the end of the day, public opinion is a very important aspect, right? Even if the truth is something else, if the public believes that is the truth, then it's game over, right? It's quite similar to dirty politics of the world, right? It doesn't matter what the truth is, it just matters what people believe the truth is, right? So that's why there's just like a notation of fear here, right? Again, we'll continue now. Chor sunat jage sabah. So when people of that neighborhood heard the word robber, heard the word chor, they all got up really quickly. So chor sunat jaga sabah pajana dina rai. Kadam panch satak lage mile sitabi aaye. So what happened is that everyone heard, the neighborhood heard that there's a robbery. Everyone got up, right? And few steps, panch satak means 5-7 steps. Everyone got together to hear what's going on, to find out what the commotion is about, right? They came to Anoop Kaur's house to find out what's going on. Chopei chor bachan sab hi sunta hai. Everyone heard the word robber and they all started running. Kade khadg rai prat aaye. They all took out their swords. Khadg means swords. They all took out their swords and started running towards the Raja of Anandpur Sahib. ठीक है जी. कूक कह तोहे जान ना दा है. And what did they start saying? They said Kook means they started proclaiming or started yelling, saying that we won't let you leave. So the people of the village are addressing their conversation to the king of Anandpur Sahib, or to this robber, right? They think it's a robber they're addressing their conversation to. So they're yelling and saying that we're not gonna let you leave. Tohe taskar jamtam patha hai. Taskar means robber. You robber, we're going to send you to the home of death, right? Ta means home, jam means death. We're going to send you to the home of death. Basically, we're going to kill you. Yeah. Dohra aage pache dahine kher dasod saleen. So aage in the front, pache means behind, dahini means on the right side. Kher dasod saleen. Dasod this means in the 10 directions. You know. So Guru Sahib is now being surrounded in all the 10 directions, yeah, by these villagers. Pand bhajan ko na rahyo rai jatan yokin. When they started, there's no way to run now. Yeah, there's no way for me to run anywhere. They then played this Charitr, or they then did this yatan, this attempt to save their honor. Yeah, and what was that attempt? Vaki kardari tari pagya lai utar. The closest person to them, who was running after them, the closest person to them, they grabbed him by his beard. Yeah, grabbed him by his beard, took off his the star. He had the star on, right? So Guruji grabs this person by the beard, pulls off the star, and then what do they do? Chor chor karte he gayo duak muthari char. So Guruji now starts yelling out, "Robber, robber! I got the robber!" Yeah, they're still yelling out, "I got the robber." They grab him, right? And they Guruji had like a sota with them. Muthari means a sota, or a solotar, we say in Khalsa Bola. Basically like a big stick, a bamboo stick, right? And they whacked him a few times, right? So that he can't fight back, right? And then what did they do? Lage muthari ke gireo, poom murshna khai. Pedna kahu nar lahyo, muska lai chadai. Then what did he do? Guru Sahib took the star, right? And it tied his hands behind his back with that pagri of his, with his turban. And they since they whacked him with the stick, right? He fell down. Gireo poom means on the floor. Gireo means to fall down. Murshna means getting hurt. So he fell down by getting hurt. This person was behind Guruji. And Pedna kahu nar lahyo. And those people, the villagers, they could not understand what just happened, right? They think that one of our villagers, one of our fellows, right? They've caught the actual robber. And yeah, they just gave him a whack or two, and they tied his hands behind his back, and it's all good, right? So they don't realize what really happened. Laat must bajan lagi sikhya ponche ai. So all the people came, right? They use the word sikhya here. So that means that all the villagers were Sikhs, right? So the Sikhs came. Prant prat pratriya kahe rahi ko na sakyo churai. And guess what? It turns out this person who was the closest to Guruji, who Guruji kind of like, binds up his hands and everything behind his back. Turns out this person was actually the brother of Anoop Kaur. Turns out this was actually the brother of Anoop Kaur. How do we know this? Because they're saying here, Prat triya kahe rahi. Anoop Kaur starts yelling out, "That's my brother! That's my brother!" But Ko na sakyo churai. But no one's hearing her, because there's so much commotion in that immediate area where Guruji has captured this person, and they're saying this is the robber, right? There's so much commotion there that like we got him and this and that, and it's dark. It's night. It's like dark as well, right? Because they left around like what was it, midnight or something? So it's dark. It's not light outside, so you really can't tell what's going on, right? And so you hear a voice in the background saying, "That's my brother, that's my brother," but no one's really paying attention to her. Yeah. Chaupai juti bahote moond lagai muska taki aht chadai. So what do? People take their shoes off, start beating him up, start hitting their shoes on his face. This person that they caught, the brother of Anoop Kaur, muska taki aht chadai, and his hands, they tied him even tighter behind his back. Ban saal teh diya pathai, and they sent him to jail. So the Anandpur Sahib jail, they sent him there, basically Guru Sahib's own facility where they probably had people put into jail, a jail cell basically. So it's own Guruji's own facility. He's been sent to, this person. An apni sej suhai, and then Guruji comes back to their own bed, right? Sej means their bed. ਆਪਣੇ ਸੇਜਾਂ ਤੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਉੱਥੇ ਵਿਸ਼ਰਾਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ they chill out there for the night. ਇਹ ਛਲ ਖੇਲ ਰਾਏ ਭਜ ਆਇਓ ਬੰਦ ਸਾਲ ਤ੍ਰਿਆ ਪ੍ਰਾਤ ਬਿਠਾਇਓ. In this way the Raja means king. The king of Anandpur Sahib plays out this chal, plays out this charitr, plays out this deception, right? And they sent the brother of Anoop Kaur to jail. Yeah, Sikhyan aped na payo wahi ko taskar thehrayo. The Sikhs were not able to differentiate what happened, what truly happened, and they recognized this person to be the robber, right? Anoop Kaur's brother to be the robber. So Sat Sangat ji, this is the end of this charitr, the 22nd charitr. Is a continuation of the previous tale, and it's still not over. There's going to be one more charitr which will conclude the story of Anoop Kaur, and we'll find out how in the next charitr how Anoop Kaur has another conversation with the Guru, but this time in the Guru's court, on the Guru's terms, so the conversation plays out quite differently, but then we see the response that Guruji has to Anoop Kaur's situation, and how they're very forgiving, and how they bless her as well. So we'll hear that story the next episode. So please forgive us for any mistakes. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you ji. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh.